Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I want to do a little review of Dulce Candy's book, The Sweet Life. And whoever of you doesn't know who Dulce Candy is, where do you live? You're under a rock. Like, you totally have to know who that is. She's one of like the biggest, you know, YouTube beauty gurus here, and I totally love her. I've been following her almost since the beginning of when I started watching YouTube. She's been on YouTube for many years, I think since 2007 or so, around there. And she's great, and she's just, you know, like blown up. She has like 2 million subscribers, and I love her, and I think she's great. And she wrote this book called The Sweet Life, and she is also doing a book tour, which I think she actually finished it, to tell you the truth. She came to Miami. She came to Miami on a Thursday. I think it was August 12th, if I'm not mistaken, or August 11th, something like that. And she did a book signing here at Books and Books in Coral Gables, and of course I went. I had already pre-ordered the book, so I already had it, and I got it signed by Dulce, and I had an awesome time talking to her. She is like super down to earth, the sweetest thing ever. And I just love her, and I think you guys would love this book. I seriously read it in one day. That's how good it was. She talks a lot about like her life, how she grew on YouTube. She totally motivates you with this book. It's very inspirational, very motivational, especially very motivational. And I know that every time, the 2 times I've met her, it has been great. She totally motivates me, and everyone that talks to her, and she lets people know that, you know, you can't give up, and if you want to, you know, succeed on YouTube, you just have to keep going and, you know, sell yourself as a brand and show people what makes you special, what makes you different, you know, etc., etc. And the book is just great. Like, I just had to keep going because it was just so good, and it was just motivating me. So what I want to do is I want to read to you like the inside part right here, so you guys kind of know what it's about. And I also want to read you the chapter names, and I'm sure you guys are gonna love this. Like, I got mine off of Amazon on pre-order, so I got mine like right when it came out. I got it for like $16, I think. Over there at Books and Books, they were selling it for $25, and you were getting like a bag of like Shea Moisture products. But knowing me and my lotion issues, I was like, no, I'm pre-ordering. Well, I didn't even have to think about it. As soon as she came out and talked about the book, I pre-ordered it because I totally wanted it. I really admire her, and I swear that it would be like a dream to work with her one day. But you know, let's see. Dreams do come true sometimes. So let me tell you, the book is called The Sweet Life, and it says, find passion, embrace fear, and create success on your own terms. And she has like the cutest picture on the front, and then her name, Dulce Candy Ruiz. And then I'm going to read to you what it says here in the inside flap. So it says, the YouTube star and beauty guru shares her advice on success, style, and finding the sweetness in all aspects of your life. And that's exactly what the book is about. So it says, since posting her first makeup tutorial in 2008, Dulce Candy has become one of the top beauty stars on YouTube, boasting nearly 2 million subscribers and garnering hundreds of millions of views of her bright and energetic videos. But before she became a style icon and a role model to young women all over the country, Dulce struggled to make her way in the world. Having emigrated from Mexico to the United States with her family when she was 6 years old, Dulce battled depression and low self-esteem as a teenager, and eventually enlisted in the army in an attempt to turn her life around. It was there on the battlefields of Iraq that she finally uncovered and embraced her true passion, fashion and beauty, and gained the confidence to move on from her past, follow her dream, and launch what will become her wildly successful brand. The Sweet Life chronicles Dulce's inspiring story, showing that anyone can be successful no matter their background, and sharing the hard-won lessons that helped transform her from a shy, self-doubting teenager into a confident businesswoman and beauty expert. According to Dulce, you can't live the sweet life until you accept who you are, flaws and all, and take chances, knowing that failure is just a part of learning, and fear is a sign that you're trying something new and exciting. Drawing on anecdotes from her own life and career, Dulce offers advice on building a personal brand, which is know what makes you different, which is what I mentioned before. Building confidence, fake it till you make it, and balancing the personal and professional. Don't settle when you settle down. She also emphasizes the importance of both inner and outer beauty, encouraging women to love themselves, ignore the critics, and flaunt their own original style. Part memoir and part manifesto, The Sweet Life is a fun, inspirational guide for any woman who wants to find success and happiness without compromising who she is. And let me tell you guys, like, this book was very, like, it just hit home for me. I loved it so much. It does help you understand, which is so important, that if you want to succeed in life, it doesn't matter where you come from. It doesn't matter, you know, your background. Nothing matters. What matters is how hard you work for it and what you want to achieve, and just doing it, you know, like just going for it. And she talks about that a lot in her book, and it's so motivational to whoever is like in the YouTube world or whoever wants to succeed in any business, especially if you're a woman. It's awesome. So I really enjoyed it, and I think it would be very like rewarding to all of you and beneficial, so I really want to share it with you. And I'm just going to read you the titles of her chapters so you guys kind of like get an idea of what she's talking about. She has 10 chapters, and chapter 1 is called My Not So Sweet Early Years. This is where she talks like when she came from Mexico and, you know, how it was growing up. Chapter 2 was From Boot Camp to Beauty Guru, How the Army Transformed My Life and Led Me to Discover My Passion. So the Army was a big part of her life, and it did affect the way she is and the way she manages things, and the Army was a very positive thing for her. So that chapter was really interesting reading about that, because I did learn a lot from that chapter on how important like the way the Army works and how boot camp works and what they teach you, and how important that is to structure yourself as a person and, you know, your personality and the way you do things. Chapter 3 is Progress, Not Perfection. Keep moving forward and figure out the details later. Chapter 4 is Be Genuine. In a sea of others, there's only one you. So that's, of course, discovering what makes you special, what makes you different, you know, all that stuff. Chapter 5 is Make Fear Your BFF. And that's totally true. Like, whatever you're scared of, you have to, like, bite its head off. Like, how do I explain this? You have to face it, and whatever you're scared of, that's exactly what you have to do. Like me, I've always been scared of public speaking. I've always been scared of like getting up in front of people and giving a speech. Like, I hate doing that. But look at me here. Like, even doing this right here for me is like a huge thing, because like people are watching me. I'm like exposing myself like to the world. It's not like to a class or anything like that. It's to the world. Billions of people are watching me. They can think I'm ridiculous. They can think I'm whatever. But, you know, I faced it and I don't care anymore. And, you know, that's pretty much what that chapter is kind of about. Chapter 6 is Heroes and Haters, Learning Lessons from Other People. So you learn lessons from heroes or good people to you. You also learn from the haters. Chapter 7 is Just Say No, Prioritize the Things That Matter the Most. And that's true, because a lot of times we tend to say yes to things because we feel bad or whatever, and in reality you have to learn to say no, and you have to learn to like prioritize whatever you need to have done and what's important to you. Chapter 8 is When You're Not a Slave to Money, It Can Set You Free. Chapter 9 is Don't Settle When You Settle Down, How to Find the Perfect Partner for Your Life and Your Work. And that's definitely true. You need in life to find a partner that is going to, how do you say this? That is going to apoyarte, but how do you say that in English? That is going to support you, that is going to be there for you, that is going to follow, like, that you can work together. You definitely don't want anyone to bring you down. So that's why she says don't settle when you settle down. When you settle down with someone, don't settle for whatever they're just gonna give you. You know what I mean? Like, you need a partner that's going to be right next to you the whole step of the way, and that's gonna support you in whatever it is that your dream is and what you want to do. And chapter 10 is Beauty from the Inside Out, and her conclusion is called Keep Dreaming. So I mean, just from the titles, I'm pretty sure that you can tell that it's a really, really, really good book. I suggest that if you guys are like looking into this type of motivational book, or like a book that will, like, you know, help you learn how to succeed on YouTube or any type of business that you want, or you just need that motivation to just take it a step further and keep going, this is definitely the book. And it's rare that I'll read a book in a day. It has to be something that I really, really like. And I totally recommend this book. I totally love Dulce. and I love the book as well. Let me tell you, sometimes people look at her and they think, oh, she's so superficial, you know, this book is probably just whatever. And let me tell you, there's nothing superficial about her. And her book is amazing, and you will guys totally love it. So I'm going to link the link to Amazon down below. I'm going to link her website. I'm going to link her channel if you guys don't know who she is, which I find really hard to believe, but you know, it can happen. And yeah, guys, I suggest you get it. You guys would so love this book so much. I literally like want to read it again. I literally want to read it again because I just felt so motivated that day. So guys, that's it for my review. It's an excellent book and I totally recommend it, and that's all I have to say. So I love you guys, and I will see you next time. Love you. Bye bye.